All right, what is going on, my dudes? So, as you can see from the title of the video, first war of the season, and as per tradition, we died in the first war. Okay? Happens almost every single season. Can't get away from it. It's tradition at this point, a tradition unlike any other. So, I'm not going to tell you exactly which fight I died in. There's going to be 9 fights in this video, including a boss, a mini boss, some shared fights. It could really be anywhere. We're taking this Dr. Doom right there. It could potentially be by him. We never know. Who knows what the thumbnail has? Maybe the thumbnail might give you a hint. Maybe the thumbnail was meant to throw you off. All right, so let's jump in today. Up first, we are taking Path 1. Path 1 in Section 1. We got the full Ghost team today. All right, Arc Overload, Vigorous Assault, and there's the Untouchables Global. I was reading this for like the first time here. That's why I was taking a second to look over it, right? So, basically, whenever they evade or you miss, they gain some power, I guess. So that's simple enough to deal with. There are a lot of really good champions who counter miss. My hair is a bit of a mess right now. I'm just getting back from the gym. This right there, that's what's bugging me right there. But yeah, so we had some connection issues to start off the season. I thought that's where my, attack bonus loss was going to be for the first war. Turns out it wasn't. But starts out unblockable here on this node. This dude was running the Suicide Masteries. I talked to somebody in SAS just wondering why that was like that. I think he just forgot to turn him off. No biggie, But I was wondering if maybe he placed an Elsa or he placed like a bishop or something. I was wondering if there was a particular reason as to why. But yeah. So basically, because he's running the Suicide Masteries, I just said to myself, let me just take this super duper slow and go super duper safe here. I'm gonna go for the special 3 once the taunt ran out. I'm just going to try my best to conserve as many potions as possible here. There's still some lingering input issues, right, with parry and dex and whatnot. So I'm just trying to be as safe as possible here. I'm not trying to do anything too fancy. He's ticking down. I'm going to go ahead and actually let him kill himself here with a special 1. A nice fun way to get a kill. There we go. So that's the first fight of the season against a rank 3 Piggy. Great champion. Lots of fun. And up next, we have J-Nix Longshot, okay? So this Longshot has Masochism and Indomitable, and I'm very comfortable fighting Longshot. I fight him in AQ all the time, right? He's on one of my paths. So I'm very comfy dexing his special 1 and whatnot. His special 1 can't miss. So you can't phase that and everything. So that's all good. Here at this point, I'm just taking this fight slow. I'm not too scared of his special 2 either. However, if he gets to it, I'll just dex it and whatnot, but I'd rather bait the special 1, right? At this point, gonna bait out this special 1. He got another one right there, so he's probably running a solid amount of Mystic Dispersion here, I would imagine. I didn't ask J-Nick how much it was, but it seems to be a decent bit. All right, so that's going to be it. One more medium attack, and that is it for this guy right there. And up next, we have that Dr. Doom on Power Snack. So let me set that up. All right, so Dr. Doom on Power Snack here. We got some smaller boosts on with 150%. And a power boost. So here's a little trick when you're using Ghost and you got the power boost going. You want to make sure sometimes you don't boost too big. If I had a 30% on right now, for example, I probably would have went from special 2 to special 3, which is something we don't want to happen. So I find the 2 10%ers for an equivalence of 20% to be a nice sweet spot for this. So you'll see right here, watch my power. That's the perfect amount, exactly what I want. Gonna go for this. And now he's at a special 3. Wait a second. So we waited a second there because I wanted to have the maximum amount of phase time to maybe avoid a combo after the special 3. Is this going to be the first death of the season? And we just skated by, man. So by the skin of our teeth, we skated by. And at this point, I'm just going to go for a special 2, and that's going to be it. So yeah, definitely a solid fight there. Very satisfying to, do the special 3 that way. But yeah, let's move on. All right, so up next we have a Professor X on Encroaching Stun. Then we're going to go to Path 7. So, Professor X has really good placement here because he can lock your power bar, essentially. I'm going to go for a power boost here, and I'm actually not going to put the power back boost on yet because, you know, I want to get to a special 2, use a special 2, and then use the special 1 right away. I guess using 2 special 2s right away, you know, in a row would not be a bad thing at all. But it just seems easier to me to go special 2 right into special 1. At this point, we actually did get a miss, but that's okay. So not even worried about encroaching stun, to be entirely honest, because he's actually going to die from the special 2. I forgot how little health Professor X has, and I realized at that point, like, he's just going to die from the special 2. So now, we're going to go up to path 7. We have an Apocalypse, Mr. Negative, and then we're taking the Mojo Mini. So, these 2 defenders, Apocalypse and Mr. Negative, can definitely get a little dicey, of course, right? But we're going to throw on our tech boost here for Apocalypse. The nodes here are like, what is it? Is it Spite or something like that? I think he has Spite. There might also be Kinetic Transference. I'm not 100% sure. I read them before I started recording. Snowball's climbing a giant tree thing right now. I got distracted, sorry. But yeah, so basically with Apocalypse, I just want to get him down as soon as possible. And special 1. There we go. Nice. So yeah, definitely a bit of a fun little backflip fight there, right, with Ghost. So yeah, up next is Mr. Negative, and this one I believe definitely has Kinetic Transference. Mr. Negative, he's an interesting defender where, you know, when you parry him, he gets the light energy, and then when he uses a special attack, he converts the light energy into the reverse controls, right, the Delirium. So I basically don't really want to parry this guy too much, and I want to make sure he doesn't get to a special 1. So at this point, perfect amount of power for both of us, and there we go. That's going to be it. So you have, if you're using Ghost in War on like Kinetic Transference and these kind of fights, you do have to be very comfortable taking a couple of hits into the face and knowing exactly how many times to hit him before your special attack in order to maximize the potential of them not using a special attack, right? So now this Mojo, this is on the, you know, shared section on the right in part 2. Kinetic Transference, Feat of Indestructible, and some other nodes as well. But basically, when you get to 2 bars of power, he's going to go indestructible for a bit, so you got to watch out for that. But aside from that, this fight shouldn't be too bad, depending on RNG and prompts, right? So, there's also Kinetic Transference. Keep that in mind. I'm slowing down my combo a little bit here. I threw the special 2 a little bit too early. I lost my buffs. Huge mistake right there by me. Really big mistake. At this point, got to bait out the special 2. Gonna hide my face cam here. So, watch his bar. Look at his health bar. I got to go back for a second. Let's go back for a second. So, keep in mind, there's Kinetic Transference, okay? There's Kinetic Transference, and he also has block a hit up. So, I block a hit, and there's Kinetic Transference. What do I do next? Well, I do it again. And now he's at 3 bars of power, anti-life field is up, and I lose my buffs once again. He's now indestructible because I got back to my special 2, but the fight's not over because we have Hood with us. So we're about to phase through this special 3, see if we can clutch it out. It is most certainly not over yet. So, we're still in this fight. It's not over yet. We're phasing through the damage. The degen is almost gone. We're going to go for a special 3 here. Can this clutch out the fight? Is this special 3 going to be enough to clutch out this Mojo? Not quite. So, Mojo gets us, man. The first death of the season goes to Mojo. Ghost versus Mojo here, certainly not the best matchup. I definitely made a lot of mistakes. I would say this one is entirely on me. 100 million% on me, which I think I prefer over dying to a bug or a really bad assignment. Because it's like, well, at least I know for sure why I died. I used the special 2 times when the anti-life field was just about out, and I parried 2 times in a row to get him to a special 3 when there's Kinetic Transference. So that's totally on me, no doubt about it. No control input issues in sight. Not the number 1 matchup, but that was definitely a winnable fight. If I were to do that fight again, I would say no tech boost, because I think that's what ended up screwing me, because he went indestructible, I couldn't hit him, right? But yeah, we got 2 more fights for the war. So we're taking the boss, which is a Dragon Man boss, and we have Mr. Fantastic on node 55 first. So this is the one with Limber and Brute Force. So basically, just you know, you don't want to parry these guys too much. Use a champion with True Strike or a champion who can counter, you know, evade and whatnot, because usually evaders are placed here. Mr. Fantastic, Spider-Gwen is very common here as well. Heimdall we actually see here quite a bit, believe it or not. So my plan here against this Mr. Fantastic is obviously not to use 2 special 2s in a row. And I'm just going to use his debuffs to heal me up all the way to, I want to make sure I go into Dragon Man at 100%. So I'm just going to be safe, bait out his special 1s here. I'm going to go for the special 3 just to make sure I don't do 2 special 2s in a row. But for the time being, you know, the taunt's on me, so it's making my attack lower, which is a little bit annoying. So it's making the fight go a little bit longer. But, you know, all in all, it's a pretty simple fight here. I can bait out a special 2. I have nothing against this special 2. The special 1 is just a lot easier to bait, in my opinion, right? He just kind of leans back and punches you. But yeah, so gonna try and wait out this taunt and then go for a special 3. And then if that doesn't kill him right after. So I also want to avoid that brute force, because brute force takes you down quite a bit. Don't want to deal with that degen, right? There's really no point, as long as you can hit them. But yeah, also really helpful if you're using a metal or hero champion to bring white Magneto, either by yourself or by a teammate, to place the pre-fight. That way you can pretty much parry them unlimitedly, and just, it turns the fight off, essentially. The biggest thing here is Limber, to be entirely honest, and if there's no Limber, there's no node. So yeah, can actually end the fight with a special 2, finish with a full yellow bar, super cool. Up next we have the boss. We have a Dragon Dude boss. I've taken this guy quite a bit in the past. I've taken it with True Focus, I've taken it without True Focus, I've taken it with Protect, without Protect. This is now no True Focus, with 49 left up, and with Untouchables, and he's not an Untouchables defender. So I have an advanced power boost on here. And what I want to do, essentially, is get to a special 2 with as many passive furies as I can get. And now I really want to actually bait out a special attack from this guy to get rid of the power charge. There we go, get him in the corner. Just gonna block everything just to be super duper safe. There's really no reason not to be super safe in this moment, because I'd rather be safe and take a bunch of blocked hits, right? And just have my health go down a little bit when I'm very close to finishing him off, and just stay very safe the entire time. Finish the boss fight at a lower amount of health, then do risky intercepts and do risky dexes and all that other stuff, right? And end up with a death, you know? So that's why when I take bosses, I typically end boss fights usually at 50% or lower health. I do take a lot of bosses, and yeah, I can intercept more. I feel comfortable intercepting, but there's always the potential that you get parried. And if you get parried, you're probably dead. If you're blocking a lot of stuff, blocking special attacks on the block while your health is higher than the opponent's, and you're going to counter with like your special 2, it's okay to me watching, you know, my health go down. I guess I should opposite because of the camera. It's okay watching me, like, my health go down like this while theirs goes down to here. It's fine with me because I feel more in control of the fight. So yeah, just want to explain why I block a lot of fights and boss fights against stun immune. It's just to be safe, right? When I'm using like Hercules and he's stun immune, that's different. But yeah, first war in the book. I'm not going to be showing stats and everything, because that's what takes the most amount of time for these videos, to be honest. And that's what drains me doing these. But I'll try to do war videos this season. I might get bored like halfway through, but this is the first war. Fun war, 1 death, 9 fights, not too bad. But yeah, that's it for this one. If you enjoyed it, drop your boy a big ol' like. Comment how your first war went in the Alliance War season in the comment section below, and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any other future videos for season 30. 29? No idea. Coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around.